So Rainbow Six Extraction, once known as Rainbow Six Quarantine, has finally got its firm release date. In this video, I'm going to go over all the different details about Extraction, including all the different features such as game modes, etc. that are in the game, its endgame content, and its post-launch plans. Hey guys, this is Chris with BMB Gaming. Welcome back, and I hope you're doing amazing today. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. Thank you for all your likes, your shares, your comments. Definitely appreciate it. Now to start with, guys, what is Rainbow Six Extraction? On the website it says Rainbow Six Extraction, a 1 so you can play it solo, or up to 3-player cooperative PvE tactical first-person shooter. And it goes on and says, assemble your elite team of Rainbow Six operatives to launch incursions into the unpredictable containment zones and discover the mysteries behind the lethal and constantly evolving Archean alien enemies. In Rainbow Six Extraction, we're going to be able to choose from 18 of the Rainbow operators, which will be familiar to you if you play Rainbow Six Siege. Now each one of the operators has their own specific weapons, special abilities, and they're saying a progression track to master. Now according to the website, we're not going to have all of them unlocked at one time, so as we're completing missions in Extraction, we're going to unlock more and more operators to level up. Now you might be wondering, what exactly are we going to be doing in Extraction? We're going to be running missions they're calling incursions into 4 different regions. So we have San Francisco, New Mexico, Alaska, and New York. And at launch, Extraction is going to have a total of 12 maps, so presumably 3 from each one of these regions. Now each one of these containment zones, or maps, is going to be sectioned off into 3 submaps that are sealed by airlocks. Each submap has its own objective that you can complete before moving on to the next area. As you progress through the areas, you'll run into Archeans in increased numbers and difficulties. Now one of the core tenets of this game is the risk of continuing to move forward through these different submaps. It goes on and says that the further you decide to go into the containment zone, the more you'll learn about the Archeans, so you'll level up your character, and I'm assuming you'll level up your weapons, unlock new attachments. It goes on and says, but you'll also run the risk of your operators going MIA. Once cleared, the airlocks at the end of each submap will give you a space to weigh your options. You can either continue to the next section in hopes of learning more, or you can bank the knowledge you've received from completing objectives by heading to the Extraction zone. Now you might be thinking, why exactly would you want to quit? Why wouldn't you just want to keep on going? In Extraction, you can actually lose a teammate, and that teammate is gone for that extraction, so you're down to a 2-man squad. You could also have low health or low supplies. In the blog post, it goes on and says, before making the decision to move on or to extract, you need to take a moment to think. Do you have enough supplies to take on a harder section? Are your teammates still in fighting condition? Did you lose a teammate in the previous section? These are all questions you'll need to ask yourself and your teammates before moving on. If your team is not completely ready for a bigger challenge, you may want to call in for Extraction to keep what you've already earned. However, if you feel confident that your team is ready for the next submap, you may want to take on the risk in hopes of a bigger bounty. Just keep in mind, if your team goes down, you'll have to go back in there to save them. So what they're referring to here is the MIA system. Here it says, if an operator fails to extract from an incursion successfully, they are considered missing in action, or MIA, and must be rescued from the active containment zone where they fell. Once successfully rescued, they will return to your operator roster. Now if your operator does go MIA, so you fail a mission, you'll have what they're calling an MIA objective. So you might be wondering, what happens if you fail an MIA mission? Honestly, they haven't specifically said. However, in a video it says, get your fallen operator along with all their valuable gear and upgrades. In another video it says that MIA missions are all or nothing missions. So my assumption would be, if you fail, say you got a level 10 operator, a sledge, or whoever, and you fail, I'm assuming that operator goes all the way back down to level 0 but you can see how this would be devastating if you lose one of these operators, especially if you're a player where you like one operator, right? I'm a Vigil main and that's all I like to play. This could be really challenging. So essentially this is one of the tenets of the game. They want this risk-reward feeling of playing this game. Now, as far as the story goes in Rainbow Six Extraction, basically aliens invaded the Earth, the Archeans, and the Rainbow operators are being sent in to basically perform different missions in these, I guess, infected zones. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of mission types are we going to be doing in these different zones? Currently, they have 13 different mission types, from extracting intel from containment nests, all the way to hunting down elite Archeans. Now, besides the 13 different mission types in regular incursions, they're also going to have weekly assignments, Maelstrom missions, which are going to be ranked missions, and also crisis events that are going to have different mission types as well. And I'll go into the assignments and Maelstroms and crisis events later on in the video. Now, you're probably wondering, what exactly is Rainbow Six Extraction going to play like? At its core, it is Rainbow Six Siege. So you're going to recognize the operators, their abilities, and their weapons. So for example, you are going to have that little camera to, roll around and scout out the area, and you're also going to have barricades to set up choke points. However, in Extraction, your operator's unique abilities are going to be able to be upgraded. One example they gave with Nomad, it says when Nomad reaches level 7, her knockback grenade will actually delete enemies. Another example they gave was level 10 Vigil. Instead of just cloaking himself at level 10, he's going to be able to cloak his other two teammates and they're going to move faster. And one of the favorite examples is Tachanka. First, his mounted LMG is back, and at level 10 you get dual LMGs. As far as game modes in Rainbow Six Extraction, first we have incursions. We have assignments, which are going to be incursions with weekly modifiers. We have the Maelstrom Protocol, which is more of a ranked tier type of endgame incursions. And finally, they're going to have live events called crisis events, which are going to feature new game modes. As far as what we're going to progress or what we're going to level up in Rainbow Six Extraction, currently they have 18 different operators to unlock and level up, and it looks like max level for each of them is level 10. Along with that, we're going to unlock higher tiers of React Tech, which are new gadgets for Extraction. Currently, there are 25 React Tech gadgets in the game, and more are going to be added. For example, they showed off the field wall, which blocks incoming projectiles. Here they showed off glue grenades, which are going to temporarily slow down charging enemies. And finally, they showed off the React Laser, which can destroy the sprawl that's on the floor. As far as replayability goes, again, they're going to have 18 operators at launch, and they claim there's over 800 combinations of different operators. They also have 4 different regions with 12 different maps, and they're claiming that each map is actually 3 times any size of map in Rainbow Six Siege. They have 13 mission types, 69 weapons, so I'm assuming that's 4 weapons per operator. They have 13 enemy archetypes, and with those enemy archetypes, they also can have randomly occurring mutations. Finally, they have super elite enemies called Proteans, which are essentially Archean enemies that mimic operators and have our abilities leveled up to 20. As far as the endgame and DLC, they're saying they have a free post-launch program. Here they detail that we're going to have assignments, which are going to be weekly incursions we can do. They're also going to have crisis events, which are going to show up every once in a while. And we're going to have the endgame activity of the Maelstrom protocols. Now for the potentially bad part of this game, microtransactions. Now, we don't have an official word on what exactly we can expect from Rainbow Six Extraction. I did some digging on the internet. The first article I found was Windows Central, and this is from July 2020. It says that Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Quarantine, which was what it was called back then, is Ubisoft's upcoming 3-player co-op shooter, will reportedly feature the same cosmetic system as Rainbow Six Siege, according to reputable leaker. Another article I found was from Screen Rant, and this is from August 10th, 2021, so this year. Just an excerpt from the article. It says, recently YouTuber Big Fry TV shared about 9 minutes of leaked Rainbow Six Extraction footage, which he was able to capture thanks to frustrated QA testers. It goes on and says that members of the contracted QA team have allegedly given feedback to Extraction developers that continues to go ignored, particularly regarding the game's monetization. One screen shows that 1,100 in-game credits cost $9.99 or $10 of real-world money. Meanwhile, the shop menu features single operator skins worth 1,000 credits and 2 skin bundles priced at 1,200 credits. And while there are skins to earn by playing, they don't seem as high quality as their paywalled counterparts. I'll actually talk about this more in my opinion part of the video, but this is one of my concerns with this game. I think it could potentially ruin the game if they get too greedy here. Well, anyways, let's go back to a happy place. The release date. So the release date of Rainbow Six Extraction is January 20th, 2022. It's coming for PC on Epic Game Store, Stadia, Ubisoft Connect. One glaring omission here is no Steam, and I don't know why. Anyways, it's also coming to Xbox One and X and S, PS4 and PS5. And on top of that, it also features crossplay and cross progression. So as far as crossplay goes, they're saying you can turn crossplay on and off if you don't want it on. So if you're on Xbox and you don't want to play with PC players or something, you can turn it off. As far as cross progression goes, it says that all your progress will be waiting for you on whatever platform that you play on. The only thing that doesn't transfer are your achievements and trophies. So they actually did just drop the price of Rainbow Six Extraction. It used to be $60, they dropped it down to $40 for the standard and $50 for the deluxe edition. In addition, they also are offering a pre-order bonus of what they're calling the Orbital Decay Cosmetic Bundle. Now with the deluxe edition, you get an additional 3 bonus packs. Now a big positive here is what they're calling the Buddy Pass. It says that 2 friends can play 14 days for free. You can send a buddy token to a friend on any platform. If they accept it, they can download a trial of the game. Any progress will transfer over if they purchase the full game. And finally, for Rainbow Six Siege players, if they purchase Extraction, they'll get all 18 operators unlocked in Rainbow Six Siege. So I don't play Rainbow Six Siege, but I'm assuming you basically just get the cosmetics for those operators in Siege. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited about Rainbow Six Extraction? Are you going to pre-order it? Are you going to wait for the reviews? Let me know what you think. For me, I'm cautiously optimistic about Extraction. I think the first thing it has going for it has the pedigree of Rainbow Six Siege, so it already has refined operators with abilities and weapons that they can keep adding into the game. Another positive to the game, I think, is Ubisoft itself. I think they've shown that they have good commitment to supporting, refining, and building games like Siege, For Honor, Division, Division 2, etc. Along with that, it looks like they have a really strong post-launch strategy, so it seems like they're going to be investing into this game for years to come. Now, I do have a couple big questions that I don't know the answers to. The first question is the gameplay worth it? What is this game going to be like? Are the consequences going to be so rough that you're not going to want to play fast? The second big question I have is, can you play Extraction with randoms, and specifically with randoms without mics? I know for myself, once in a while, I just want to chill out. I just want to relax, turn on some music, and just shoot some stuff. Are you going to be able to play Extraction that way? Or are you going to need a dedicated team with mics, or at least an LFG with mics? My third question, and I think this is the most important one, can Ubisoft stay out of the dark side of microtransactions? And what I mean by that is any microtransactions that affect gameplay. So XP boosters, paid operators, or even paid weapons are off limits. None of those things should ever appear in any game ever. Now Ubisoft is guilty of putting these in several different games, and notably Tom Clancy's Breakpoint was completely destroyed by this. I hear that Assassin's Creed Valhalla has this in there now, and also of course Assassin's Creed Odyssey was again completely destroyed by this. So will Ubisoft stay away from this stuff and finally learn their lesson? I don't know. And you're probably wondering, am I going to pre-order it? Honestly, I use Gamefly, so I'm going to rent it. And who knows, if they do have a beta and we do find out for sure that it's only going to be cosmetics and it's going to be reasonably priced cosmetics, I might pre-order it.